My name is Dana Berkey and welcome to my YouTube channel. In case you're new here, I'm a young adult fiction author and today I am both happy and sad to bring you guys a Big Brother update. Now the reason I'm sad is because this is actually going to be my final Big Brother update of the season. I leave in just 8 days. I almost said 9 days. I leave in 8 days for Ireland. My best friend's wedding is in 2 weeks today. Crazy, like so crazy. And I will actually be in England for the season finale. It's on my birthday, and while the finale is happening, while the finale is happening, I'll probably be in bed because it's 8 hours ahead. But it's happening on my birthday, and I will be touring the Globe Theater, going to see Wicked, things like that. And so, unfortunately, today's the last update, but definitely a good one because last night was the double eviction. In fact, I filmed a video last night. I was going to post it, but I realized I wanted to be able to include what's going to happen this week since this will likely be my last update. If for some reason I do film another update or if I do like a end of season recap, obviously I'll post that as well, but as of right now, my plan is just to do this. But so we had, going into this week, we had Mickey as HOH. He had been the HOH 2 HOHs ago. The one right before him was Holly. They've kind of just been flip-flopping, kind of running the house. And so the goal has been to get Christy out this week with Tommy kind of as a backup if needed. And so going into this week, unfortunately, just with their goal to get Christy out, Tommy won HOH, or won veto, took Christy off the block. So we actually had Jess and Cliff on the block. Well, Jessica had been named as a threat, as a target, since she's not in one of the 3 couples. There's only 7 people left in the house at that point. So based on all of those different things, Jess was sent home with a unanimous vote. That brings us to the start of our double eviction. Of course, have to kick things off with an HOH. And Nicole, who had just recently played in her first veto, won HOH. It was insane. It was a puzzle challenge. She did the puzzle right away. Then she had to you had to use a hockey puck or a hockey stick to get a ball into the net. And she did it once and super missed. And I was like, oh great, she is going to lose because she's not good at hockey. Sure enough, she lands the next one. She wins HOH. It was amazing. I definitely prefer her and Cliff in the house to everyone else. I also do enjoy Tommy. I think the 3 of them would be my favorite if I could see them as a final 3. I miss Kat. I miss Kat so much. I absolutely loved her. Definitely favorite of the season. But Cliff and Nicole have been pretty great, especially Cliff. So yeah, that's where we're at. But so she wins HOH, and you can tell immediately, like, Mickey comes and picks her up and spinning her around, and it's like, well, yeah, they have an alliance of 4, so clearly he's going to be safe unless they're really smart and realize this is our chance to get him out of the house. Well, Christy was still the target. So after just a few seconds of being HOH, Nicole starts meeting with everyone, kind of warns Christy, like, hey, you're probably going to be on the block, which is what, her 5th time in a row. So both Christy and Tommy are put on the block. We do veto. Cliff wins by 1 point. Him and Christy are tied 6-6. It was the fill in the blank, like, bleeped out challenge. And they get to the final question, and Christy gets it wrong. She had it correct, switched it around, got it wrong. If she had gotten it right, there could have been a tiebreaker. She might have saved herself. But in the end, she got it wrong. And as a result, she was, of course, voted out of the house. So that's where everything stood last night. Now, before I get into any kind of spoilers, just to share my thoughts and opinions on it, I was definitely really happy for Nicole. Right at the end of the episode, though, she's crying and just I just want to get a picture. And I know before in doubles, whoever wins HOH during the double eviction will get a basket of stuff. I've seen that happen where they still get their pictures from home and they're snack items, drink items, their letters, things like that. And I hope Nicole really does get that because she's definitely earned it, and I really want her to have that moment. I also liked right at the end of the episode, though, she was also saying, she's like, yeah, I may not win a lot of physical comps, but I am good at puzzles. And I think those kind of players are often underestimated in the game because you need to know your days. You need to know what the season looks like for those final couple of comps. And I think that's why Jess was a threat. But I think Nicole's also going to be a threat. She's just been a little under their radar because she hasn't won and made waves or anything like that. So, I definitely, as of last night, my final 3 dreams would be for Cliff, Nicole, and Tommy to make it. I really dislike Mickey. I've disliked him most of the season. I just don't think he's a player with a very great character. And him and Holly, the fact that we're at final 5, are we at 5? Yeah, we're at final 5. And there's a showmance? This feels like BB Can, BB Can 4 all over again with Ika and Dimitri? That's what this feels like. Why are you letting a showmance make it to the finals? come on. So I was definitely really nervous to kind of find out who was going to win HOH, since we do have Holly and Mickey as this like HOH winning machine. I honestly was like, okay, if Tommy wins HOH, like that's going to be nuts to see who he picks. Well, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert. I just was looking online and HOH has finally been played, and it turns out that the winner of HOH this week is Mickey. Again. Which means that Tommy's likely going to go on the block with either Nicole or Cliff by his side. Now, obviously Tommy's the target, but if Tommy wins veto, it's going to change everything. Who knows what's going to happen? That in mind, one thing that I think would really mix up the house, allow people to make some power moves right at the end to prove that they earn the win. I think if we saw Nicole or Cliff on the block with Tommy, and somehow whoever wasn't on the block was able to win that veto, it would be amazing. So like, let's say Cliff's on the block, Nicole's able to win veto, pull Cliff off. That would force Holly to go on the block, and they could get Holly out on Mickey's HOH. Like, that's really hard to do early on in the season. It's a little bit easier to do later in the season because the HOH doesn't have that control when there's so few people. It could be a power play, a power move. It would be amazing to see. It would break up that couple and possibly help get Mickey out of the door. I think they've missed their chance to get him out, and I don't know when they're going to do it. I really just don't. So it's going to be insane to see if they're able to pull this off, or if they're basically just going to hand him the $500,000 prize. I really don't know how that's going to go. I really, really don't. But that's where we are in the house right now. That's how things are going, and I really just don't know how this week is going to play out. It's really going to come down to veto and the voting and things like that. As of right now, I think if Holly or Mickey are in the finals, they're going to win. Period. They're going to win. They've done the most. They've won the most. They have this like power couple stance. So getting them out is super key for the other three if they want to actually be able to have any shot at winning the game. Any shot at all. We don't have a lot of bitter jury members. Even Christy, who got voted out by Mickey, is still like, he's a great guy. He's going to win. I love him. That's not so good for everyone else's game. So it's really crucial now. Like, we're in crunch time, and it's going to be about turning on your Final Four deal or watching them win the money. And I think Tommy's just kind of floating in the middle. And if he can pull out an HOH or a veto win, obviously he's going to be able to save himself. I don't think they'll go for a backdoor at this point, just because, like, why? Like, he knows he's going to go up. But yeah, it's just going to be an interesting week. And I will probably be looking at spoilers ahead of time just because I need to know this stuff. And since I'm getting ready for vacation, I'm doing a lot of things and won't necessarily be watching in the evenings. But this next week's going to be really interesting. And then I don't know if I can watch past that. So I'm kind of freaking out because now that we're finally seeing a little more gameplay in the last week or two, like, the season's been really slow. The season's been moving really, really slow. And now in the past, like, just couple of days, I feel like it's picked up with the double and stuff like that. And finally seeing other people have power has been really nice, and I hope we see a little bit more of that going forward. Again, I don't know if we will. But like I said, this is my final update, and overall, like, this season has just not been my favorite season. Kat's definitely been my favorite player, and I really liked Cliff, especially after the, like, after he, like, won his way back in the house. I think he really showed what kind of a competitor and person he is, and I really, really love him. And the scene when he was, like, dancing around the house with his wife, or, like, pretending he was with his wife, like, I was in tears. It was beautiful. I love him. I would love to see him win, but I think if Mickey's in the finals, it's not going to happen. And so, again, it really comes down to getting Mickey out ASAP, and possibly taking a shot at Holly is going to be something that can help with that. I'm definitely bummed, though, because I don't know realistically how much I'll be able to watch while I'm in Europe. I do have my, like, Xfinity app, but I don't know if it'll work while I'm there. And then I have, like, a website that I watch on sometimes, because that's also where I watch Big Brother Canada. But I don't know if that will be able to function in Ireland as well. I honestly just don't know how it's going to work. I'm going to give it my best attempt, but we'll see. So I might be getting home on, like, the 28th and then just binging a bunch of episodes. So I'll probably find out who wins ahead of time just because I'll want to know. But that's how my season's ending, and it's very weird. And, like, again, the finale's on my birthday, and I'm like, dang it, if only if it was a greater season. Like, if last season ended on my birthday, I'd have been like, birthday party, we're watching Big Brother. But this year, there just hasn't been as many standout players. She's just been with the I almost called them the Hateful Alliance. Freudian slip. With the Grateful Alliance, you know, there's just been a lot of people in the house I haven't loved. So yeah, that's where we're at. But let me know your thoughts and feelings. In fact, if you guys enjoyed this update video, be sure to give it a thumbs up. Comment below your thoughts, your feelings. Who are you rooting for? Who are you rooting against? What are your hopes for who goes home this week? What are your hopes for who wins the overall thing? Just let me know how you're feeling on all the things. I would love to be able to chat with people about Big Brother for the next week and a half, not even, before I leave for my trip. So let me know all the things, all of your emotions, all the everything, and yeah. Finally, though, make sure you subscribe to my channel with notifications on so you find out as soon as new videos are posted. I might do a season wrap-up once I'm home, just to kind of share my final thoughts going forward. I've also been thinking about some cool twists for the game, so maybe I'll, like, do a video about that, like if I could create a season of Big Brother, like what twists I would put in it. So let me know if that's a video you're interested in, because I might do that, because like I definitely don't want Big Brother to be over. As much as I haven't loved the season, I still nerd out about Big Brother, so yeah. But yeah, stay tuned. There will be also coverage of Celebrity Big Brother, and then obviously next summer. And it seems to be that the odd number seasons are not the best. So like this is season 21. Season 20 was great. Season 19, not so great. Season 18, amazing. Season 17, Season 16, fabulous. So that stands to reason that next season's going to be great. So make sure you are subscribed so you find out once I start doing coverage of that. For now, though, I hope you guys have enjoyed my coverage of Big Brother Season 21. I apologize if I maybe haven't updated quite as much. This season was just kind of a meh in a lot of ways. But I'm interested to see how this next week plays out, and then how we will see the last week and a half after that kind of go. And again, I really think if they don't get out Mickey soon, they're handing him $500,000 that I don't think he's deserved. Maybe because of gameplay, sure, but I don't like it when it's just based on gameplay. I think, like, I want to see someone with a good character also win. So there we are. But anyway, thank you guys all so much for watching, and I will see you all soon.